we do it here. We're like, okay, JJ can't get distracted this time, right?
Yes.
Except he brings a tablet that he can draw on. What are we gonna do with this guy? Open applications, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's been open since we started the podcast.
True.
You're lucky I'm doing something to control my brain.
You know.
Now here's the guy.
Here's the guy.
Nothing I need. You're still drawing over there.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning Podcast. I am Andrew, here as always with JJ and Ben. For some reason, I'm sitting in the middle this time. I have a sick jersey on.
He's the glue that keeps the pod together.
Because it ain't you.
We know it ain't you. That's for
right.
sure. Nah, that's
I would never
Ben
claim
keeps us
that.
together.
We all keep each other together.
That's true.
When we all stick together.
Stick together.
Anyway,
I don't like where this is going, but okay.
folks, this is what
I love you.
This is the
You love
podcast
me.
before 1 year. Next episode.
We've been doing this
1
darn thing for
Guys,
one whole
just
year
a heads
already.
up, there will be a giveaway next episode.
You
We're not
better
saying
tune in.
We're not saying anything else.
When I say anything else, there will be a giveaway next episode. So, if you want to enter that giveaway, make sure you listen to that next time.
Next
Ben,
episode.
how you been, dude?
Dude, I've been so good. And thinking about this 1 year has reminded me, like, we started talking about some of the topics we're going to be talking about
these
today.
exact ones.
So this is, it's a full
It
circle
all-
moment.
It began with women's softball and it ends
Stop
with women's
ruining the
softball.
app, bro. This guy every time. It's been a
geez.
year and he still
Chill,
hasn't
chill,
learned.
chill.
That's
Like,
true.
Unbelievable.
That is
But how
true.
far we'll get into more next episode. We can't be sentimental right now. We're not there.
Hey, you know what?
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet. But you know what? It was a holiday weekend. I love holiday weekends.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
such a long weekend. It was so nice.
So good. So yeah, we had a good Saturday. Was it this? Wait, what did we do this Saturday?
What did you do this Saturday? I don't know.
What did I?
No idea.
What
Did we go
did
snorkeling?
I do?
Yeah, we went
We went
snorkeling.
snorkeling.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
this
Slick,
Saturday.
bruh.
This Saturday, Andrew invited us to go snorkeling at Siesta Key. I believe it's called Stickney Point, Point of the Rocks.
Point of the
one of
Rocks.
the two. Super cool. It was a little murky, but
Couldn't
I wish
see
it was
anything.
clear. I saw a lot of fish though. That was cool.
it was really fun. It was
Yeah.
really fun to get out there, go swimming, cut up our feet a little bit.
Yeah, unfortunately, my wife and one of our friends cut up their feet a little bit. So
It
sorry
happens.
about that.
It happens. The waves are rough. so
Not
we
for
got
the
thrown
timid of
around.
heart.
It was fun
Definitely
though. I want to go back on a day when it's like really clear.
100%, yeah.
And I've heard you see sometimes you see 20 feet.
Yeah,
In
it's
that
insane.
water, and because I saw a ton of fish with it being about 3 feet of
Exactly.
visibility.
Yeah.
I
I'm
can
always
imagine what it's before.
always reminded how awesome Sarasota is, and that was another moment.
I think every time I go across the bridge, like out to Lido, I'm like, dude, I live here. This is awesome.
This is
Like
so
Florida's
cool.
incredible.
Yeah.
JJ. Oh, good. Do you have something else? Yet?
Well, no, I was just saying Memorial Day. I had to work on Monday, but
That's so sad.
but here's what I planned out. If I work Memorial Day, I get Labor Day and July 4th off. So then I'll take a couple days off around those days, and I have like a 4 or 5 day weekend, and make
You work one day that week and still make the same amount of
right,
money.
exactly.
Smart.
So I'd rather do that.
Man knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but then we had a good party. I'll let JJ discuss what we did on
JJ,
Monday.
What did we do on Monday?
Memorial Day party.
What did we do?
We ate some good
We
food.
did. JJ made
Had some
burgers
good
and hot dogs.
fellowship. If you know where Pompano is, there's like a little pavilion back there that's like kind of cool. We just set up shop, played some spike ball.
We
That
did.
was
I didn't
fun.
play spike ball. I don't know how long, so I was pretty excited to do that again.
I am really tired. today.
I'm realizing more and more that pickleball is just a new spike ball, and it makes me sad because I love spike ball.
Yeah.
And nobody plays anymore.
Sports come and go, and they're not.
I play it, Andrew.
bad.
I play it.
Yeah, but I used to play a lot, and now I play once every.
He's
4
saying I'm
months.
bad, folks.
I never said that.
Saying I'm
You're
bad.
actually
Spike
pretty
ball
good.
is now one of those sports that you only play on beach days or holidays or
Yeah.
something. But
Yeah.
that's okay because when you do play it, it's a good time.
Summer in Florida is underrated.
No, I had a good time with that.
I love summer in Florida. Holidays.
Had a good time at the
barbecue,
party.
Water.
It's good food. What else did we do over the weekend? Went snorkeling.
Played basketball. Played volleyball.
I did not play basketball. I went golfing.
That's
for the
right.
First time.
Tell us about your
For
golfing.
the first time all year, I went golfing. It was insane.
Wow.
And I showed up literally. So I went golfing this year. I haven't played a full round by myself, which is strange for me because I love golf. But busy life, and I shot 86. I was very, very proud of that.
Stop
I
it.
went into it. I was like, "There's no way I'm shooting the 80s," and I ended up shooting 86. So that was fun.
Tell
Good to be back on the
him
course.
why you shot it. Tell him why you shot it.
Well, I don't want to be too proud. But
It's because you were wearing this
it
hat.
was. Guys, I was wearing this hat when I shot it. So, if you want to be in the 80s, well, we'll go according to our numbers. Nobody has ever wore this hat and not shot in the 80s.
Right. Yeah.
So, if you want to shoot in the 80s, give it a chance. according to the numbers,
Hit
who
us
I'll wear
up.
this hat.
Hit us up. What things
Yeah.
you had?
We also got a Breville in the house now.
Nice.
My wife just bought a Breville. She
Oh,
found it at TJ Maxx.
Level up.
So
Now we're talking.
she's dialing in. She's making me a coffee tonight. Oh,
Level
Big
up.
move.
she's so excited. It's
Big
awesome.
moves.
Shut up, Elena.
So I expect some coffee in the future, Elena.
You most likely will be getting it. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Good
You know
chance.
me. I love my coffee.
Yeah, you do. That's true. That's true.
Now
Coffee,
project.
coffee,
not
coffee,
project,
coffee, coffee, coffee.
Postal.
Postal's
Never open.
closed.
Yeah, you always should go postal before you came
Postal,
here.
yeah.
Don't have it now. You got to set up for water.
Water, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I actually made myself a coffee tonight. That was pretty
Did you?
good. Yeah. One of my friends gave me banana bread syrup to try. So it's banana bread coffee syrup, and it's really good.
Is it good?
It is really
Nice.
good.
And
Yeah.
you need to bring some for the pod.
I don't have much left. But yeah.
So you drank all of it already.
No, not all of it, but I drink most of it, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
So good.
All right, getting right into our top three, starting at number 3, where, like I said, this is so weird to say because this is, I think the first episode was maybe our number, I think it was number 3. First ever episode.
Yeah, I'll have to look.
It is women's softball, and we'll talk a little bit of baseball too, but mainly softball. So we're into the women's softball World Series in college, which is, when people think World Series, you think 2 teams. That is not what it's like here. In the World Series in college, there are 8 teams. How it works is, so the 8 teams, you play a double elimination bracket. Last 2 teams standing then go into a best of 3 series, and then that's how you get your champion. But before that, we had the super regionals. So the super region. So how, again, I'll just kind of go through how college brackets work. You start with your regional. You make it out of regional. You play again, regional is a 2-game double elimination bracket. You make it out of there. You go to a super regional, which is also a best of 3, and you win that super regional. You go on to the World Series. So starting, just a couple things I want to touch on just a little bit here. A couple series maybe I want to touch on just a little bit. Who's advanced, who's there, and who's in the Women's College World Series. So, just starting a little bit with number 8, Tennessee, defeated number 11, Georgia in 2 games to go on. So, Tennessee was the first team to advance into the World Series. Actually, I'm going to pull up that bracket. Hang on, sorry.
Hold up.
I have it right here. But, and then, so the team, sorry, I'll just go to the teams that are in the World Series. Number 3, Texas Tech will play number 5, Mississippi State. And just touching on Mississippi State real quick, they beat Oklahoma. Oklahoma has been to the has not missed the College World Series since 2015. Oklahoma has been an absolute powerhouse in women's college softball. They have won, I believe at one point they won 3 straight national championships. They were like in 5 straight or something. And so Oklahoma not being in women's college World Series is insane. Mississippi State was ranked number 20 and Oklahoma was ranked number 4. So huge upset there from Mississippi State. But congratulations to them moving on to the World Series. The defending champion Texas Longhorns are your number 1 seed. They will be playing Tennessee. The number 1 overall seed Alabama will be playing UCLA. And Nebraska will be playing Arkansas. One series I just want to touch on just a little bit, well, actually probably a decent amount, was one of the craziest series you will ever see. Women's college softball is usually kind of chill, not a ton of things happen. That was not the case in Texas Tech versus Florida. So, Texas Tech was in the championship in the last year. They have one of the best pitchers in the country, I believe it's Nigeri Kennedy. She is like the ace. She pitches like every single game, almost every single pitch for them. Texas Tech isn't quite as good as they were last year. I believe they were the number 1 seed going into the championship last year and lost to Texas. But they were playing Florida. So, near to Ben's heart for sure. They were playing Florida. And it went 3 games. This series was riddled with drama, with just some absolutely insane stuff. It basically all came back to, what's her first name? I am missing it here. Mia Williams, who's the daughter of Jason Williams. And Ben, you can tell us who Jason Williams is?
Well, he's one of the best players to come out of the Florida basketball program. I played for them back in, 80s or 90s, and then spent quite a bit of time in the NBA.
Yeah, very good player. So, and the reason it kind of revolved around Maya Williams is she was a transfer from Florida that transferred to Texas Tech. So, yeah, this transfer, and it was kind of weird in the entire series. She actually got hit 5 times in this series. She was literally being thrown out. I believe the first time she stepped on the plate, first game, she got hit. So, pretty much from the jump, this entire series was heated. Just getting thrown out all the time. And that led to a game. So they split the first 2 games. And then in Game 3, that's pretty much where everything broke. Actually, real quick, on Friday, Jason Williams, his father, was ejected from the stadium after an altercation with a Florida fan. He said that the fan allegedly struck his other daughter, I believe with a handheld fan. That was Friday. He got ejected, and that led into Game 3 on Saturday. And the first pitch of the game, Keegan Rothruck threw an inside pitch and hit Mia Williams once again on the very first pitch of the game. So, like, immediately you're like, hey, they're obviously, like, throwing at it. Like, it got heated from there. And obviously that sets up the entire game. Like, from first jump in, I believe that's when that first warning came. The umpires warned both dugouts. And just from the jump, it was absolutely crazy. And then, actually, in the bottom of the fifth inning with... in the bottom of the fifth inning, Florida was leading 4-3, and Mia Williams came to the plate and hit a 2-run home run. Got her revenge, takes the lead for Texas Tech. And as she's rounding the bases, she does like a, just like a screaming, like super, super hyped. And obviously, like, Florida doesn't like it because the person they did not want to get hurt by just hurt them. And she had like a huge celebration. And this, again, had another warning from the umpires. And just, controversy this whole entire game. Just absolutely insane game. And shoot, what inning was it? Shoot. That actually led to, and then after that, Texas Tech kind of dominated. They ended up winning 16-7. After that point, they kind of put them on top, pretty much ended the game. And I forget which inning it was, but Florida's coach ended up getting ejected. Just like another ejection, just arguing and just very, very upset. And there was a lot of people accusing him of like purposely getting ejected so he didn't have to go through the handshake line at the end. Like that's like why he did not want to be there. Like they were going to lose, he wanted to be there, and basically just chickened out and intentionally got ejected so he didn't have to be there anymore. That led to the very, very end of Game 3. So obviously Texas Tech kills Florida, wins 16-7, and the entire Florida team after the game just walks to the dugout and walks to the locker room. Like doesn't shake hands at all.
Man. Just
like walks off the field. Like that is, I don't care who you are, I don't care how bad you get beat. You see it in hockey all the time. Like they are killing each other the entire series. And still at the end they go shake hands and Florida just walks off. This just sparked like the final thing. It led to heated exchange between players and like the crowd, like some Texas Tech players like yelling into the crowd and different stuff like that, and just not a good look for either side at all. And this actually led to Jason Williams, who I believe he was a Florida grad, right?
He runs back on the field, tackles the.
He finds the head coach. No, Jason Williams publicly declared he was severing all ties from Florida athletics.
Woo!
Like, done. Like, guy went to Florida, very good player for Florida. He's like, oh, dude, I'm done. Like, that is actually insane to see. After all this, a guy of that stature.
Goodness.
Like, it's like, dude, I'm done.
Ladies.
Guys, this is going to be fun. Guys, watch them.
Tensions were flaring, emotions were flowing. Yeah, I hate to see that.
If every game were like that, I would maybe watch it.
Maybe you should watch it, because I feel like there could be some.
You think so? All right.
I mean...
Okay.
I'm not saying that. Sorry about that. That leads into kind of where we're at right now, starting with the Women's College World Series. It will start Thursday, and the championship game will end next Friday. Not this coming Friday, but next Friday. So, a little bit of Women's College World Series there for you. Guys, this is where I start watching this. It's actually kind of exciting. I think when people start talking about women's college softball, you're like, oh, it's women's college softball. Like, why would you ever watch it? Then you start watching, you're like, oh, this is actually kind of good.
Yeah, softball is very entertaining, especially when you have, in the World Series, these are all very, very high talent teams going at each other. So, yeah, it's definitely super entertaining to watch. Mm-hmm. Some would even say it's a little more entertaining than baseball because there's more runs scored a lot of times, too.
Yeah.
Which is always fun to watch.
It's a sport we can relate to.
Because we play it. Yeah, that's true.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
This is true. So, guys, I'm just going to ask on the top of your heads, who's your pick to win the Women's College World Series?
Oh, well.
Just remind you, Alabama's number 1 overall seed. Texas is the defending national champion. Texas Tech's the national runner-up.
Yeah, Alabama has been dominant all year. Mm-hmm. They have the most wins, I believe, out of the whole bunch. But also, you've seen Texas Tech come in super hot. Texas come in super hot. Even UCLA has been coming in hot. So this is anybody's game, but at the end of the day, in these situations, the number 1 overall has a really good chance. So I could see Alabama running away.
JJ?
Couldn't tell you a dime from a nickel in this situation.
Pick somebody.
I'll go Texas Tech. They're gonna get revenge.
Texas gonna have it. I like that. I'll go Texas Tech as well.
Woo! I know my stuff.
I think after that series, he'd be something that can kind of light a fire under you. And again, they have one of the best, probably the best pitcher in the nation, in Najee Kennedy. And I'm gonna try to get locked in.
Get her done.
Try to learn some more. I always remember Taylor Atwood from Texas last year, their cashier. I always kind of remember a few players from watching in years past. What are the odds as you just pulled them up there?
Yeah, Alabama is favored at plus 400, and then close behind, UCLA is at plus 430.
UCLA is, yeah.
Texas at 450, Nebraska at 500, Texas Tech at 500, and Tennessee at 750.
Everybody's just clumped up.
Yeah, it's all pretty close. And then you have Arkansas at 900, and then Mississippi State at 2,000. So, yeah, it's all pretty close except for Mississippi State, so prove us wrong.
Oklahoma was supposed to be here. Mississippi State knocking them off.
Definitely.
Yep. All right, then moving on to the men's side. In men's college baseball, the bracket is set. We're going to start games here this weekend, I believe, starting on Thursday with your regionals. Kind of go over some teams that are really, really good. UCLA is your number 1 overall seed. If you guys remember last year, UCLA, the Golden Spikes winner, Roch Chalowski, is their shortstop, one of the best players in the nation. He's very, very good leading that UCLA team. The number 2 team in the nation is Georgia Tech. Their offense is probably the best offense in the entire nation. They're known to be very, very, very good on the offensive side. Their pitching, they have some solid, but the lineup is absolutely crazy there for UCLA. Not UCLA, Georgia Tech. Sorry about that. Your number 3 overall seed is Georgia, and number 4 is Auburn. The Georgia player's name is escaping me at the moment, but he was a Triple Crown. I was going to look it up. He was a Triple Crown winner in the SEC, which means he had the most home runs, the best average, and the most RBIs in the SEC. He's pretty much a shoo-in for
Georgie Strawbridge.
What?
Georgie Strawbridge.
Is that him?
Georgie for Georgia?
No, never mind.
No, I don't think that's him.
What is this?
What are you looking at right now?
Bro's in lacrosse.
Oh man, I'll find.
I'll find it. You keep going.
I'll keep going. But he's pretty much a shoo-in for the Golden Spikes Award, which is the MVP of baseball. So that's another Georgia Tech and Georgia are known as the 2 best offenses in the nation. Those are 2 teams to really look out for. I'm just gonna go over a couple other hosts, maybe just all the hosts. West Virginia is the number 16 overall seed hosting. Southern Miss is the team that could be really, really fun. They would play, if they get out of their bracket, most likely Florida. And Southern Miss has been to 1 World Series, and that is when they had to go through Florida in the Super Regional. So it's kind of setting up the same way they did that one. We'll see. Florida is probably the hottest team in the nation. They're ranked number 8. Kind of struggled a little early on this year, but have really, really turned on here down the stretch. North Carolina is a host. North Carolina is always very good. That's a very, very fun, I feel like, just bracket overall. They have VCU, who I think they were the team that kind of went far last year. East Carolina and Tennessee. Tennessee's always a very, very good baseball school. Texas A&M is number 12 overall seed. They're probably the lowest seed that could possibly make it to Omaha. They are another team that's their offense is very, very good. Their pitching isn't quite as good, but they're right up there. They're usually ranked right up there with Georgia and Georgia Tech as one of the best offenses in the nation. Nebraska is a very, very good team in this one. They'll have to contend there with Ole Miss and Arizona State in their bracket or in their region. All 3 of those teams could move on to Omaha. Mississippi State is another one that's always solid. Oregon is has their own region. Texas is they have their host nation. Alabama is your number 7 overall seed. Florida State is hosting at number 10. They are always known as one of the best baseball schools in the nation. They kind of struggled down the stretch. We'll see what they have. Kansas is your number 15 overall seed. And that's all your host nations. And there's a lot of teams still to go. A lot of ways still to go in this one. But this is a time where I try to really get locked into college baseball. I love college baseball. It's kind of hard to follow during the regular season because, like MLB, there's so many games, but it's a little bit harder to follow. But when it gets to this point, I try to watch as much as possible. I plan to have a lot of baseball on my screen this weekend, and I'm really excited to see how these games go. For sure, once we get to the World Series.
Definitely, yeah. And it's interesting to see last year's finalist, LSU and Coastal. Coastal did make it in that Tallahassee region, but you see LSU nowhere to be seen, so it's really interesting.
Defending national champions.
Yeah. But, SEC was hot. You see Auburn in there. You see Georgia in there as the 3 and 4 seeds. Obviously, a couple other teams.
Is that Cal Poly?
Cal Poly. I really love the Austin, Texas regional. It's Texas, and then Holy Cross, Tarleton State, and UCSB. It's really good.
Miami's in Florida's.
Yeah. Miami and Florida is going to be an interesting game.
Most likely we'll play each other.
A little scary, buddy.
Well, no, Florida did sweep them in the regular season,
the
so
playoffs.
I'm not worried. But it is interesting to see Florida against one of them top teams in the ACC, so that'll be fun.
Daniel Jackson.
Very best player in the nation. Could be very fun to see.
It's cool to see UNC in the same bracket as VCU. Obviously, VCU knocked them off in March Madness. So it'll be fun.
Could be interesting.
Liberty Flames.
Liberty Flames are there.
Long Island University.
Yeah, there's always a lot of those small schools that are fun to see that make it out.
Northwestern.
Seems like there's always 1 or 2 that come out of these regionals. At least make it a super. Maybe.
Oh, that's Northeastern. My bad.
What are you looking at? Northeastern, yeah, no.
Northeastern.
Good. Well, yeah, with other sports winding down, it's fun to watch baseball as much as you can, and should be really, really fun here down the stretch.
Down the.
You want to talk about our other thing we want to just mention, at least a little bit here?
Yeah, absolutely. We want to mention some motorsports that are going on. Obviously, we had a big weekend of motorsports at Memorial Day weekend. It's always huge in the NASCAR world. We'll talk about NASCAR a little bit later on a different note. But I want to mention some F1 standings here for you. There was a big F1 race over the weekend. We saw a very interesting finish. We saw the 2 Mercedes teammates were head-to-head the entire race, pretty well ahead of the pack. We saw George Russell, who is the older, more veteran of that team, leading the race, almost the entire race. And then he had a drive unit failure in one of the last laps. Hate to see that. And his teammate, Kimi Antonelli. Kimi Antonelli took the lead and wins that race. For you that don't know at home, Antonelli is 19 years old, and he is currently the leader of the 2026 F1 season. So that's crazy to see. I asked an F1 fan, explain Kimi in NBA terms, because I'm unfamiliar with him, and he said that it's basically like Wembanyama being put on the 2016 Warriors. Does that make sense to you? Because he is the biggest prospect we've seen in a long time, and being put on a team like Mercedes just boosts him so much. And so at 19 years old, he has 131 points. That's good for almost 50 points more than the next highest, which is his teammate George Russell. And then just further down the leaderboard, some big names that we are familiar with. Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton for Ferrari. Those guys are always, they've always been their veterans. And then McLaren is right below them, Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. And then obviously we know Max Verstappen, Pierre Gasly. So some of these big names are still there, but it's cool to see, these Alpine is up in there. So it's cool to see the how it's all forming out. But we still have the top teams in the top place, like always. Mercedes is never going away. Ferrari is never going away. We'll see if Ferrari can get a win. They've always been right there, but for the actual season, they've been struggling the last couple of years. So, but yeah, I just thought I'd give a shout to F1. For those that don't watch F1, I really recommend it. It is super fun to watch. It's hard to watch sometimes because it's early or it's really late or it's it can be expensive sometimes, but it is really fun because F1 is the most difficult sport in the world, and no one can tell me differently. So yeah, I just thought I'd give a shout to F1.
You want to talk about NASCAR here, or do you want to move on?
No, we can talk about NASCAR a little bit later.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Moving on to our number 2 thing, it is the NHL. When we last left off, we were getting ready for the conference finals, and boy, have there been some surprises so far in the conference final. Been insane so far.
You guys been locked in? Surprise.
You guys been watching?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch as much as I can. Again, these games
usually I get into bed and I'm like, I need one last doom scroll, and I'm like, oh, there's probably an NHL game on because it's so late.
Yep.
And then the last night it was the overtime game, and a couple nights ago it was Avs, so I've been catching a little bit here and there.
Good. Starting in Game 1 with the Golden Knights Avalanche series. This series we thought yeah, could be interesting. Maybe the Golden Knights could hang with the Avs, could get the problem just because, like I said, like the contrast of styles. I did say the Golden Knights would win Game 1, and that is sure enough what happened. Vegas wins Game 1 4-2 in kind of dominating fashion. They were up pretty much 2 goals the entire time. I believe they were up 3-0 at one point, and then like the Avs did against the Wild, they scored 2 goals. Oh, this is a repeat of that last game against the Wild. They were down 3-0 and came back. We're down 3-2, but it was not to be. Golden Knights scored a empty net goal right at the end to win this game 4-2. And yeah, I think like I said going into this, it's a different style of team than pretty much everybody. And you can't, I think I thought about this today, you can't beat the Avs with speed. You try to beat the Avs with speed, they're going to kill you because they're so much faster than you. And so that's why I thought this could be a very, very good series. And sure enough, Vegas takes Game 1 in this series. Sorry, I switched off of it, and now I need to find where I was.
Oh, jeez.
My bad, guys. Oh, I'm back. Guys, I'm so back.
Oh, jeez.
On Thursday, we had Game 1 of the Canadiens-Hurricanes series. This one I thought could be a little better. I said going into this one, the Hurricanes would dominate.
Canadians are tired.
It's the Canadians are tired. This is a
long break.
I think this is a complete opposite of the Avs night series of these two teams that play pretty much the exact same style. But the Montreal Canadiens win 6-2, once again getting outshot.
Yeah.
They got outshot 28-22. Win 6-2. Guys, where have you heard that before from this Canadiens team?
I don't want to talk about it.
Every single game. Yep. It's insane.
It's not a fluke.
Like, the way they play, like, with...
They're kind of like the Pacers. They get out and run.
Yeah.
And that's how they score.
Yeah, I think this is how, like, they take advantage of every single
We had a series, Eastern Conference Finals 3 years ago against the Rangers. That's exactly what we did. They outshot us in every game, but we still won because we took advantage of all our breakouts. And that's exactly what they're doing.
That. And then they just rely on Dobish to make the routine saves.
That's crazy. And they sacrifice their bodies, play good defense.
It's insane.
Any mistake you make is a run. And
yeah. Seeing that, you're like, whoa! Like they just won, 6-2 in Game 1. Like it's absolutely
dangerous territory.
Yeah. In Game 2
of dangerous territory
of the Knights Avalanche series, the Golden Knights once again win 3-1.
1 goal.
1 goal from the Avs.
1 goal.
Insane.
That means it's 2-0 in Denver.
They take the first 2 games in Colorado. I don't think anybody saw this coming. No. I thought the best that was going to come out of this was Vegas tied 1-1.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way they're taking both games. And sure enough, they did win 3-1, hold this incredible offense of the Avalanche to 1 goal, and go up 2-0 in the series. And just absolutely insane. Yeah,
once again, Avs got more shots off. That's a familiar opportunity there. No one capitalized on power plays. Good defense all around, but still seeing Vegas outscore Avs is insane. Yeah. It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
In Game 2 of the Hurricanes-Canadiens series, this is where the Hurricanes do tie up the series at 1, but it had to go to overtime, and the Hurricanes, again, dominated the shots. Hurricanes only had 12 shots on goal to the Hurricanes 26. The Hurricanes do win in overtime 3-2. In overtime, winning goal from Nicholas Ehlers, 3 minutes 29 seconds into overtime. Guys, it's the same game. It's the same story every game from this Montreal team. It is absolutely insane. Yeah. That's nice. Absolutely crazy.
Veteran leadership.
Take the next game. We'll be right back.
Oh, geez. What's going on?
Where are you going?
Oh, no.
I need a break.
Help.
Battleship involves a series of 7 ships, 6 or 7, I can't remember, where you align them on a board, and it is a X and Y value board where the X is a letter and the Y is a number, and what he actually eats all the ships, and then if you guess the one dot he's on, you win the game.
And then in Game 3 of the Avalanche Knights series, actually in the first 2 games, the Avs did not have Cale Makar, which was like, hey, that's got to be it. Like, that's why they're getting down by this much. Cale Makar comes back, okay, sure enough, Avs go up 3-0. Okay, this is where the Avs come back. They're getting healthier. And I said before, the longer this series goes, I think the better off it is for the Avalanche. Like, they'll figure out the Knights, they'll get the final way to go, and sure enough, they go up 3-0. But the Knights battle back. They score a goal just 19 seconds into the second period. They score a power play goal. They score just 3 minutes later, and then they tie it up still in the second period. So the Avs score 3 goals in the first period. Knights score 3 goals in the second period. Absolutely insane. Knights coming back. And then just 8 minutes, 21 seconds into the third period, the Knights score again. They would add a empty net goal, even though getting outshot 35-23. The Las Vegas Golden Knights are up 3-0 against the Colorado Avalanche.
Electric. The environment in Vegas was absurd. What a fun game.
Insane.
Wow.
What have you thought about the series so far, Jay?
I mean, I just underrated Vegas. They're built the right way. They added the right pieces. I think maybe we were deceived in the regular season because of some of the way they approached the season, where they're not trying to get the President's Cup. They're not trying to win like every single game, or like I don't know. Like I said, they kind of reminded me of the Lightning, but they have a few more young players, a few more pieces that the Lightning do not have, and they look really good. Like, it is not just a fluke series where they're not out shooting the Avs. They're not. I'm sorry. Like, it's not luck. They're outplaying the Avalanche, and it's kind of crazy to watch because we're not expecting this.
Yeah, I think it's hard to say, too, because obviously McCarr has been hurt. He's missed a couple games. McKinnon definitely hasn't been fully healthy either.
Yeah,
so that can be an argument, too. But, like, this, like, they're just... Again, it's a contrast of playing styles. Like, this is the exact team you need to beat a fast, high-flying Avalanche team. You need to... And, like, they are frustrating the Avs. So as you saw them once they finally... I think once they tied the game, like, it panned to the coach, and I think it panned to their goalie, too, and they were just like they didn't know what to do. Like, they're getting so frustrated because what normally works against every other team in the NHL is not working.
And I think the Avalanche are being exposed for being a little bit top-heavy. They're almost a little bit Oiler-ish, if that makes sense.
Wow, that's good. That's a good
New synonym. So I think they've been caught previous years. They were a little bit deeper, and they have 2 superstars that can get you a lot of wins, and now... maybe they're not quite as deep as they thought they were.
Yep. Absolutely insane to see the Golden Knights up 3-0. Shout out Carter Hart, former Flyer. As the goalie for the Golden Knights.
That dude's good.
Dude is good. I'm very angry.
As could use him.
Very, very angry of how he went to the Knights. If you guys don't know, look it up. It's very sad. In Game 3 of the Hurricanes-Canadiens series, this one once again went to overtime. Once again, with the Hurricanes absolutely dominating the game. The final shots were 39-13. So the past 2 games, the Canadiens have had 13 shots and 12 shots, and both games have gone to overtime. But once again, the Hurricanes were able to figure out. They were able to win 3-2. This is starting to feel a little bit, maybe not the Hurricanes have dominated quite as much, but like the Hurricanes-Flyers series, like the Flyers were way back in shots. They kept a couple games close, but just weren't able to finish off the Hurricanes. This Hurricanes team is on a mission. They figure it out. They just take a bunch of shots, and they rely on good goaltending. They rely on their shots, and some of them go in, and they find a way just to win hockey games against a very, very... This Canadiens team is so scrappy. Like, getting 12 shots, 13 shots, and sending games to overtime against this Hurricanes team is really, really impressive, and it's the same story every game, and they're in every game. I don't know how they're doing it. I don't know how they're getting killed in hockey games and still almost winning every game.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. Jay, what do you think about this series?
I mean, I think I kind of share. I mean, that's how they win. It's not just a one-time thing. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They're always there. 13. So they had 12 shots, game 2, 13. 25 shots, 2 games.
Shops.
They need to be shopping for some shots.
Yep. And looking ahead a little bit, tonight is Game 4 of the Avs Knights series, guys. If the Colorado Avalanche gets swept, it might be the craziest upset of all time.
Yeah.
It'd be insane.
It'd be
the Avs getting swept after the season they had. After they lost 1 game coming into this series, and they've already lost 3 against the Knights. It's in Vegas. I would admit, if there is any team to come back from this, it is the Colorado.
I was gonna say that, yeah. Yeah,
I thought about this as soon as Knights won game.
But man, is it hard to come back from 0-3? Like 3-1 comeback is, we've seen it happen.
I think the injuries are gonna make sure that doesn't happen.
3-0 would be insane.
I would be surprised, but I think it's just the injury bug has got him too much.
Wild. In Vegas, you could see them maybe getting one here, one back in Denver, but then coming back to Vegas, Game 6, you would not think that would be.
I think they're going to get swept.
There have only been 4 3-0 comebacks in Stanley Cup playoff history. 4.
Yeah. What's the last one?
Last one is 2014 Los Angeles Kings. They lost games 1, 2, and 3. There's 14.
Most recently, Edmonton came back, but then couldn't get it done.
The Maple Leafs did it. Was the first one to do it in 1942. Islanders did it in 1975. There's only been 2 in the 2000s, the 2010 Flyers and the 2014 LA Kings. And I believe the Kings are I believe they won the Stanley Cup. I know the Flyers lost.
They did, yeah.
But lost in the Stanley Cup. But yeah, so uncharted territory. It's going to be interesting to see. And then on Wednesday night, we will have Game 4 of the Hurricanes Canadian series at 8 o'clock. Crazy that I'm just looking at this record here. The Hurricanes are 10-1 in the playoffs.
Insane.
They've lost 1 game so far.
Yeah. I would predict a gentleman's sweep here, probably.
You think so?
I think
you
so.
They win the last 2? Yeah. I could see that very easily.
It's hard to say that against the Canadians.
It's like I said, I can't count this Canadians team out. I just can't. I keep thinking they're they're not. There's no way. Even the Lightning, you thought they were going to lose that Game 7. There's no way, and they just keep winning.
I mean, it would be crazy if they go to another Game 7.
That'd be insane. All 3 series. I could see it, dude. They find a way. They find ways.
Carolina Golden Knights. I'd take it.
It'd be fun. I mean, honestly, at this point, I do want Canada to keep from winning a Stanley Cup. I don't know. When's the last time a Canadian team won a Stanley Cup?
90s.
It's been a long time. They're it's actually an insane streak. Ben, look it up right now.
What? Huh?
When is the last time a Canadian team
I'm
won
going
a
to say
Stanley
94.
Cup? I'm going to say 98. I know it's an insanely long time, which is crazy because Canada claims they're World Hockey, but they can't win a Stanley Cup.
1993.
Oh, baby.
You were right there. Great
Canadians
job.
beat the Kings.
It was the Canadians, yeah.
5 games.
Yep. So, yeah, that's where we're set up so far, guys. It's winding down. Absolutely insane.
But we're setting up for an insane Stanley Cup final.
Has this playoffs been a little bit underwhelming to you?
No.
It has for me.
I mean, the best series was Tampa versus...
It has for me. I don't think it's the fault of anyone necessarily. It's just because I'd rather see... I don't know.
Have the Canadians
I think the Wild Stars was our best series, one of our best series, and that was in the first round. And now one of those teams is gone, and then the next series they had to play the Avs, and now they're gone. So I would have liked to see some of these exciting teams. I feel like the Canadians, Carolina, are very methodical.
They are.
Not a lot of superstars.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few, but and then the Avs series is that would have been a great series, but now they're getting crushed.
And they lost McCarr. McKinnon has been super healthy.
And then and McDavid's out early, and you didn't have the Panthers, and you didn't have some of these. I don't know. It's been a little bit underwhelming for me, but I'm also negative Nancy.
Has the Canadian series been the one that's gone 7? What's another one 7?
Oof.
I don't think there's been in the second round because Wild Avs didn't.
The Ducks got 6.
Golden Knights was 6.
Ducks. Edmonton
got
was 6.
Swept. And Montreal. Yeah, Montreal's been the only 2 series with 7. They went 7.
Didn't the Stars go to 7?
I thought Stars Wild was 6.
I think it was 6.
I was thinking Stars Wild was 6.
Yeah, it was 6
Sure
because
was
we didn't
6.
talk about the games. Yeah, there's just not a lot of Game 7s, not a lot of series are getting over with quickly. It's all right.
I feel like it's... I mean, other than the Canadians, you weren't expecting the Canadians to be here, but other than that, it's teams that have been here a lot. It's not really anybody new. I guess Canadians kind of are, but they're boring. So, no, it's been fun though. I love playoff hockey. I try to watch as much as I can. Moving on to our number one thing, it is basketball. Ben loves basketball. Ben,
WNBA.
what's going on in the WNBA?
Yeah,
right now?
so Aja Wilson again, MVP caliber season coming up.
MVP.
She is making her case for the best player in women's basketball.
NBA and WNBA.
She's up there with Bron and Kobe and.
Okay, just stop.
Actually, I'm curious. What are the WNBA standings?
Oh boy.
I know Andrew Reese has been doing horrible. Wow, the Dreamer actually in first place, but
how many
even
teams
though
in the
thanks to
WNBA
Andrew Reese, right now there's 29.
That's actually
Wait,
low.
what am I
What?
saying?
I'll say there's no place 20.
In the NBA?
WNBA.
Wait,
There's
why
like
is there
10.
Oh, there's 15. Sorry, I thought
15.
15. Yeah, don't worry.
They keep adding teams with no money. It's interesting.
The Aces and the Dreamer first place, obviously led by AJ Wilson, and who's the Dreams' best player? Oh, well, who cares?
Dream
Wow,
on.
All right, NBA. The NBA.
The NBA, National Basketball Association. Yes, last time we left off, Cavs versus Knicks, Game 1 had started. And that game was an ultimate choke job by the Cavs. I feel like I've been saying that a lot throughout this playoff. The Cavs were up by 22 in the fourth quarter, and then the game went to overtime, and then the Cavs proceeded to score 3 points in overtime.
That's where the series ended, folks.
The Knicks were up by 11, and that was their largest lead, and that lead was in overtime. Max Strus had a lone 3 in overtime. Cavs could not get it done. Classic choke job. Knicks go up 1-0. Then on Wednesday, Game 2 of Spurs vs. Thunder. As we know, Spurs got that Game 1 win in awesome fashion. Love seeing that. And then Thunder responded. They overcame Wembanyama's another great game, 21 points, 17 rebounds. Thunder win again, 122-113, so that series is tied. JJ, did you get eyes on that game at all?
No.
It was a chippy game.
No, I did see some highlights. It is funny, that game, the last week I said maybe they should put Hartenstein on Wemby. That game, literally, he was just fouling him the entire game, which is pretty funny. They listened to me.
They showed a quote-unquote highlight tape of Hartenstein's defense after the game, and it was literally just him grabbing on to Wembanyama's arms and not letting him play defense.
Draft league
Whatever.
stuff.
It worked for that game. The next game can't say the same. But anyway, Game 2 of New York versus Cleveland. This is obviously still an MSG, and like we've been saying the entire time, it's hard to win an MSG if you're not the Knicks. So Knicks do go up 2-0. This one was a little closer for the first half, and then in the second half, Knicks pulled away. They end up winning by 16. Yes, sorry, 16 points. Cleveland only scoring 93. Hate to see it. They need to score more points, especially versus the Knicks.
For sure.
Mitchell has 26, but the Knicks are just so electric. They have so many guys that can go off. Josh Hart goes 5 for 11 from 3, 26 points. When Brunson doesn't score a ton, Hart's right there. Karl-Anthony Towns is right there. Anunoby's right there. So they got all kinds of pieces. Their offense has been so good. So good. And then Game 3 in...
This was the game before that Wemby was practicing with people grabbing his arm, right?
Yeah.
I saw that.
So after Game 2, Hartenstein playing that defense, the trainers were with him before the game, pulling him, trying to get him ready for this game. It kind of worked. Wembanyama had a good game. He had 26 points. But OKC ultimately, power of friendship, power of free throws. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander went 12 for 12 from the free throw line to give him 26 points. Do the math. That's about half his points.
Each game, his numbers are going up. Free throws are going up.
Yeah. And like we've said the whole time, Shai's on-court plus-minus isn't as good as some of his teammates. He was plus 11 in this game, though, so give him props for that. But yeah, like I said, McCain had 24 on 2 for 10 three-point shooting. So that's scary. Not good. But that's all right. Thunder do get steal Game 3 in San Antonio. And that takes us to Saturday, Game 3 of New York versus Cavs. This is back in Cleveland. This is a must-win game. As anyone would say, must-win. They can't go up. You can't let them go up 3-0 on you. And that was not the case. This was another dominant game, part of the course.
The Cavaliers single-handedly played the worst conference finals basketball I've ever seen.
It was bad.
I don't remember a team playing
we'll
this
talk about
bad.
Game 4.
Well,
even this game.
at this point, they were this was their last chance. Game 4, Game 4 they just gave up completely. Yeah. But they played. I was trying to think back to some teams that got destroyed. The Rockets got destroyed by the Warriors, but that Warriors team was so good. The Cavs literally played so poorly in these games, and they couldn't make a shot. And then their coach after this game, what did he say?
Analytically, they were up 2-1.
Buddy.
They were down 2-1.
Buddy.
Analytically.
Let me end.
You got to be 120.
Let's educate you.
Actually, it's 3-0 and you're losing.
They shot 50% from the field. 50%. Analytically, you're 2-1. Well, analytically, Knicks shot 55%.
How does that make sense?
The Knicks have been playing insanely good. There's no way that you're beating a team, even if you're shooting 50% from the field. They shot 29% for three. Their defense was the problem here. They have James Harden on Brunson half of the game. That's why you're losing. If you let Brunson score 30 a game, because he can score at will on Harden, you got a game plan around that. You got guys.
And analytics doesn't predict playing with passion and playing with hustle, because the Cavs looked like they did not want to be there. And the Knicks are like dying to get to the finals. And that...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Analytically, this game was pretty even. You look at fast break points is the only thing that was really dominated in the Knicks fashion.
Which is a hustle stat.
Yeah, hustle stat. There you go.
Oh, man.
But anyway, Knicks go up 3-0. That leads to a Game 4 back in Cleveland that obviously Cleveland needs to win. But like we discussed, that didn't happen. Game 4 in San Antonio. Spurs tie it up 2-2 going back to OKC. The Thunder scored in this game fewer points than Bam Adebayo scored in one.
Ugh.
82 points from the Thunder. And, I turned this game on because I was out for a little while. I turned this game on in the third quarter, I believe. And I was like, holy cow, why is this game so low scoring? I thought it was the first quarter or something like that. Because it was, let me do the math here. 38, they had 38 first half points. That's insane. 38 first half points for the Thunder is insane. Spurs end up going up by 27 in the third quarter and don't let off the gas. A defensive clinic by the San Antonio guards. I got distracted. Shea led the team in scoring with 19 points, 7 for 7 from free throws. I thought I'd throw that in there. The Thunder don't live and die by the three, but when they miss, it's bad. They went 6 for 33 from three. All-time bad showing. They had 17 team turnovers. So, yeah, just like I said, defensive clinic.
Jalen Williams and Mitchell go out of this game, though?
That is true.
That's big. I mean, Thunder, we thought they'd never run out of depth, but now their first and second string shoot guards are out.
Yeah, and Mitchell is out for tonight as well, which is huge as well.
But Williams is in?
I believe Williams might play.
That's big.
In this game, Wembanyama had another 33 points. He's been doing so good. Did you see the nuns that were in attendance?
What?
Some are saying that the nuns in attendance had something to do with it.
I agree.
But really, this isn't about offense. This is all about defense for the Spurs. They really made good adjustments. I was told that after the Game 3 loss in San Antonio, old Coach Pop made his appearance in the locker room. He had never come into the locker room after a game, but he was upset enough to come into the locker room and give those boys a pep talk, and it worked. It worked.
Well, Pop
popped him a little bit.
Love seeing Pop active in the Spurs team still. And then pivoting back to Cleveland for a must-win game.
We don't need to.
Andrew, can you read me the final score of that game?
130-93.
Yeah.
They gave up. I've never seen a team give up as much as the Cavs in this game. They didn't care. They knew they're going to lose, and they didn't care.
Yeah, first quarter it was pretty evident. First quarter ended 38-26. Cavs were up by 6 with like 2 minutes in the first quarter. We're like, okay, maybe they have a little bit of spark. And no, they did not have a spark.
They're waiting for their champion to return. LeBron James.
LeBron.
The altars have been made to LeBron James outside the Cavaliers Stadium.
You said LeBron's gone about 4 teams now.
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah, you did.
I said Warriors or Cavs.
No.
Yeah. But the good thing about this Knicks series is that now they have a lot of rest to get these guys healthy. OG Anunoby has been dealing with some injuries, so this is good for him. As well as Brunson. Brunson hasn't played a fourth quarter in this series, basically. He played a couple of them, but...
Unbelievable.
Just, being able to rest your stars like that is huge for the next series.
Yeah, Cavs are just... What if it's a scheme? What if they're trying to take down the Thunder so they're making it easy for them?
I don't think that's how that works.
And they're trying to get LeBron at the same time, so they're making the fans...
2 birds, 1 stone?
2 birds with 1 stone.
I don't know.
2 birds with 1... Cavalier. A fun fact, not so fun fact if you're a Cavs fan, they made the conference finals. That's a big task, but they still went 8-10 in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that.
They had a losing record in the playoffs, even after making the conference championships. You hate seeing Donovan Mitchell get this far.
That's one reason they might have not done well as well, is you took games took teams to Game 7 that you didn't need to. You fumbled against the Pistons. You could have ended that one sooner. You fumbled against the Raptors. You could have ended that one sooner.
Yeah, and it is crazy. The Knicks are now on like a 11-game winning streak. They're the hottest team in the NBA that we've seen in a long time.
True.
A long time. And on another note, you look at the superstars that the Knicks have played. James Harden,
Mitchell.
James Harden, Donovan Mitchell. They played all the Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and the guy that gave him the most grief was C.J. McCollum. So that's
true.
It's interesting viewpoint. But that's enough about the Knicks. We'll see them in the
If
finals.
the Knicks win the finals, I don't know how I'll feel.
New York City might fall down.
Actually, I'll be
might
fine
burn
with
to the
it.
ground.
I'll be fine with it.
The
it's not fun.
NYPD has been active in New York right now. It's violent over there.
Guys, just because you're winning basketball games doesn't mean you have to be violent.
It doesn't?
Yeah. Which, you hate seeing New York get good luck here, and they don't need more luck. Game 5 is tonight for the Thunder and Spurs. That one's at 8:30. This is, like we say every Game 5, this is a huge game. If the Spurs can get this one, you'd think that they look good going back to San Antonio for Game 6. But like we've seen, this series is going to be very unpredictable. I'm really curious to see how the Thunder adjust without their 6th and potentially 7th man as well. We're going to need a legacy game from Shea. Or maybe
Which would be nice because he hasn't really had one yet.
Right, yeah. Besides that 12 free throws. Yeah, we'll see.
NBA.
We will see.
What are the Cavs gonna do? They gotta redo stuff, or what? What's gonna happen? I'll give you 5 names. You want 5 names? You place them on a team.
Let's do it.
That's it.
John Morant. Where's he gonna play next year?
Guangdong Tigers. I don't know. I think John Morant needs a fresh start. I want to see him go to maybe even a smaller market team. Get some younger guys around him.
You have to place him on a team.
Man, I have no idea.
John Morant.
Bulls. No, he can't go to Chicago. Oh, that's horrible.
Oh no. Where's somewhere safe he can go? Let me think. The Rockets.
Yes, there you go.
I'll say
I could see that.
say Suns.
Okay.
Suns. I could also say the Timberwolves, but I think someone else is going to the Timberwolves. Okay, Giannis.
He'll be at the Bucks.
Okay. KD.
He's staying in the
I
Rockets.
say he's staying with the Rockets.
He is not.
Stay with the Rockets, they're getting Ja.
Timberwolves. LeBron.
He's not leaving his son.
Yeah, I think he stays with the Lakers.
He could. His son could go for a bag of peanuts.
But he has a contract, so he's not going to leave.
He could do. LeBron could wave his finger and say, "Take him to the
Contracts,
Cavaliers."
contracts.
All right, that's 4. I said 5, right?
Yes.
Bam Adebayo.
Heat.
Why wouldn't he be on the Heat?
He's staying.
Unless he goes to Vegas.
Andrew Lapp.
Palm Grove Draft League.
Hey, whose team? I want to read over the All-NBA teams that were announced real quick, because this is always a very sought-after award, the All-NBA teams. Can you name me off the top of your head the starting 5 for the first team All-NBA?
This is tough because there's a lot of injuries, but I'm gonna go Shea.
Yep.
Cade.
Cade Cunningham, yep.
Let's go. Man, there's so many. Jokic, did he make it?
Jokic did make it, yep.
Okay, that's 3.
Jokic and Shea were the 2 unanimous number 1 team.
Cade, Jokic, Shea, Mitchell.
Mitchell was on second team.
Okay.
These 2 guys were...
Victor made
These
it.
2 guys made an appeal and did make the team.
Oh,
despite not
Doncic and
playing
Victor.
the- Yep, Doncic and Victor both made the team. So first team is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, Victor Wembanyama, Luka Doncic, and Cade Cunningham in that order.
Second team, Brunson, Mitchell.
Brunson was the 5th on that team. Yep, Mitchell was the 3rd.
Ooh, this would be tough. Giannis? No, he didn't play now.
No.
Maxey?
Maxey's the 3rd team.
Jaylen Brown?
Jaylen Brown barely missed the first team.
Duran?
No, Duran's not on this. He's on the 3rd. He actually is on the 3rd team. Yeah, never mind.
Sengun?
No, not Sengun.
Is it power forward and center?
There's a power forward and small forward.
Yeah. Kawhi.
Kawhi, yep.
And who's the center?
Sengun's defense. Team, I mean.
What?
Durant.
Oh, he's not a center?
I didn't say center. I said power forward.
Who's the power forward?
Kevin Durant.
Oh, he's not.
Kevin Durant,
KD.
Jaylen Brown, Kawhi Leonard, Donovan Mitchell, Kevin Durant, Jalen Brunson. Third team is Tyrese Maxey, Jamal Murray, Jalen Johnson, Jalen Duren, and Chet Holmgren. So congrats to those guys. A lot of people wanted to see Scotty Barnes on this list. He did really well. But unfortunately, as we know, this is a points per game award nowadays, and he did not score enough. Quick look at the Defensive Player of the Year as we're talking about Scotty Barnes. Everyone wanted Scotty to be up there on this list. He didn't even make the first team.
Yeah.
Victor Wembanyama was a unanimous vote for all defensive team. This is the all defensive team. All defensive. Whatever. Chet Holmgren is up there. Asir Thompson, Rudy Gobert, Derek White got a first team nod over Scotty Barnes. It's pretty insane. That's pretty insane. But oh well. Carson Wallace, Bam Adebayo, OG Anunoby, and Dyson Daniels are on that second team with Scotty Barnes.
I got a hot take.
Let's
Victor
do it.
Wembanyama's not good at defense. He's just 7'4".
Oh my days.
But that makes him good.
That makes him good at defense.
Good grief. If I was 7'4", I could stand block 12 shots.
Aaron
a game.
Judge doesn't have any power. He's just 6'7". That's the same thing.
And
You can't say that.
285.
Yeah, you can't
Pure
say
muscle.
I can.
No,
Hitting a baseball is really hard, though.
it is. But it really helps when you're ginormous. It really helps hit the ball really far.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I think that's all I have for basketball.
All right, moving on to our worst thing of the week.
week.
Why do you do this? This is a sad moment.
I'm sorry.
Kyle Busch died.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Rapidly.
Andrew, what does the name Kyle Busch mean to you?
I mean, NASCAR.
Yeah, like when you think of the big names in NASCAR,
He's definitely at the top.
Kyle Busch is one of the first names.
M&M's, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, the M&M
yeah,
car.
definitely on the top.
That was one of the three. It was Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, and
Jeff
Gordon. No.
Jeff Gordon was definitely one.
No, because I remember him by cars. Because Lowe's was Jimmy Johnson, Eminem was Kyle Busch, and then was there a Snickers car? I don't remember.
No, it was Jeff Gordon was the
Jeff
one,
Gordon was
the
my
blue
childhood.
and yellow.
Blue.
Jeff
Red
Gordon was
and
Eminem too, I thought.
No, he was
No,
Eminem.
he was out.
Anyway, Kyle Busch has one of the most recognizable cars, recognizable numbers, always in it in the mix.
He was a very hated driver as well as loved driver.
He
You either
was.
loved him or hated him. And I was one of the guys who was, kind of partial. I didn't really care. I just liked watching guys fight. You remember him literally walking up to the guy and punching him in the face after a dirty wipeout. But yeah, it's just insane. He won a race in Dover like a week ago, and then you hear that he's sick. He goes to the hospital, and then next thing you know, they announce that he died. And it's so crazy how fast it happened. The family said that it was pneumonia that turned into sepsis.
Crazy.
And sepsis is very serious. So yeah, you really hate to see it. His family and all that, thoughts go out to them. I think it is cool that NASCAR has retired his number 8 until
That is cool.
his son eventually comes and takes it, because he'll be there.
Yeah.
He'll be there. That family is going to be so talented. So that is a really cool nod. And then this race this last weekend, Memorial Day weekend, was in honor of him and his legacy. So yeah, I mean, when you think of like NASCAR drivers, he is statistically and as far as accolades, he is the greatest driver ever.
What?
Yes.
No.
The amount of trophies he has is far more than anyone else.
Kyle Busch?
Yes.
Hmm.
You would think of, Petty or
Jimmy
Earnhardt,
Johnson's
Jimmy
the best.
Johnson. They're up there, but as far as trophies, he's won the most trophies across NASCAR, Truck Series.
Oh,
Yeah, he's like-
everything?
yeah,
Yeah, he had a lot of truck series.
Every
ones,
day.
too,
There's 234 victories across.
Yeah, that's
NASCAR.
crazy.
Insane. Yeah. As far as actual driver. NASCAR driver, maybe,
NASCAR's
He's
probably
the number
Jimmy
one,
Johnson.
like the truck.
Yeah.
He's like by far the best truck. NASCAR truck.
Now it's
series
called
driver ever.
Craftsman Truck Series. But yeah.
Kyle, gone to the zoo. Be ready to go, folks. You never know what might happen.
41 years young.
Mhm.
Crazy.
Insane.
Oh, yeah.
Insane.
But I did want to mention briefly about that race in honor of him. It was a great race. Some weather delays, but the weather delays actually, because part of qualifying got delayed, he was actually on the pole for that race, which was really cool to see his name up there. And because he won the last race, he's automatically in that. So seeing his name up there is really cool. And a good race, like I said. Daniel Suarez was the eventual winner. He led for a total of 17 laps, but then came and won the Charlotte Motor Speedway race. What is that race called? I forget.
Alspar. No.
Yeah, so that was cool. Suarez in first in that 7 car, then Christopher Bell, Danny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, and Kyle Larson. Excuse me, some of those big names up there. So yeah, just hey, you know what? NASCAR is big. And,
I'd go to a race again.
and something like
Justin
this.
Mullet.
Yeah,
I have.
yeah. Justin took us to Daytona 400. The
It was
Coke 400.
miserable, and I hated it, but it was.
But I'd go again.
back.
It's a very unique experience, that's for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
Troughs.
Sad weekend, but it was good to see NASCAR tributes.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
But
NASCAR does it right as far as that
Yeah,
goes.
they really do.
So good for them. Cool.
and now
Oh, is it time?
it's time
It's time.
for
Where
he go. Where he go? Time to move that computer away. I can kind of see it.
Well, just don't look.
I write it down.
You write it down. Okay. I'll sit back here.
All right.
All right.
Remind you of the score.
Tell me
Yeah,
why.
JJ with
Tell me
38
where
points. Andrew
he
with
goes.
30.
Yeah, that absolute
37,
baloney
33, down by 5.
Penn State
My
player.
apologies. My apologies, pal. My apologies.
There better be Miami players this weekend. There better be a 3-pointer.
Last week we did the top 100 players from 2021. We're going back. We're going back to 2021. I think that was a good list. A lot of good names. 2021 top players. First one, easy.
I'm tired. It's gonna be tough today.
We have a man drafted in 2022 to Jacksonville, Devin Lloyd. Devin Lloyd. Once again, #dog.
Why did I not know this? This is bad.
Ben loves his defensive players, which I
I'm telling you,
love.
it's niche.
I love.
Every single time. His easy is never easy.
Devin Lloyd.
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 I mean, I've guessed, but I'm wrong. That's bad. I hate missing an easy one. LSU.
LSU.
Arizona.
Arizona. Those are both wrong. Oh no.
Wait a minute.
Devin
You already said it.
Lloyd.
What?
Where'd he go?
Utah.
Oh, it was Utah.
got
Frick.
that.
It was one of those teams out
Wow.
there. Shoot, I knew that too. That's annoying.
He had a really good senior season. 66
Why did I
tackles.
say Arizona?
8 sacks. Really good senior season.
Oh man, that
Man,
sucks.
oh for easy. That's unfortunate.
bad.
That is
I'm
unfortunate.
telling you,
Now-
his easy is never easy.
well, it's defensive player. You know, it's whatever. We should just do 3 players and not.
Do you have
easy
like those
medium to
teams?
No, you gotta have a point system here.
Do you have teams that when you think of them, you think of another team? Like for example, Syracuse and Illinois.
Yeah,
I always
do.
think are the same team.
Ooh, I'm trying to think of
Arizona,
one.
Utah.
I saw one today. It was Isaiah Pacheco. For some reason, I always think of him as Oklahoma State, but that's because of Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Every time I see Pacheco,
Like there's
I think of Oklahoma
teams where
State.
you just synchronize. I think it's the colors maybe.
Yeah, I've done that too. Yeah, the colors.
And-
Kansas State and someone else. Who is it?
Purple team?
Yeah, purple.
TCU.
It was purple.
Yeah.
No, not TCU. Someone else.
That one gets me sometimes.
Kansas State. I always get confused.
Yeah.
That's what I did there.
That's unfortunate.
Fair
0-0 Devin Lloyd.
Okay,
Utah.
love
Here's
it.
the point. All right.
All right, next up, drafted in 2023 to Las Vegas. This is Michael Meyer.
Mhm.
Michael Meyer.
Michael Meyer.
Not the common
Oh,
horror
it's-
film,
It's
Michael
not,
Myers.
It's not how you say it, but sure, yeah, I got it. It's Mayer.
Mayer.
Michael Mayer.
Michael Mayer.
You got it?
Oh. Yeah, I think it.
Did that change your answer? Dang it, I should have said that.
No, I mean I know who it is. I think this is right.
I'm pretty positive I got it.
Okay, I think I got
You
it.
good?
Yeah.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
That is correct.
Okay.
Notre Dame All-Star
I-
tight end, really good there.
That was the year. I think his last year was the year before Warren.
Yeah,
He was like the exact thing. Like that was Notre Dame's whole team was Michael Mayer.
he was supposed to be really good in the NFL, and he kind of just.
Yeah,
I don't think he has any. I think he maybe got a couple snaps.
yeah. He
Oh,
played
yeah,
a little bit.
he
he played a good round.
But they drafted what's his name?
Yeah,
Bowers.
Brock Bowers.
Bowers.
Yeah, he had 328 yards last year, one touchdown.
Michael Mayer.
I was saying Mayer. I was like, I don't remember that. Oh, it's
Mayer.
Mayer. Yeah.
It is Mayer. My fault. My fault.
You're good.
All right.
All right. Now, gotta be the
pull.
hard. I think this one will probably be easier than the others, actually, but we'll see.
Probably.
Drafted again 2023, but he had a really good year 2021 as well. A.T. Perry. A.T. Perry.
Do you know who A.T. Perry is?
I've heard his name. Isn't he a wide receiver
He is a wide receiver.
for the Saints or something?
He was drafted to the Saints, yep. He
Yeah, that sounds
has
good.
not played a lot in the NFL, I'll just tell you that much. But he had 2 insane seasons at his college.
This is a shot in the dark. I don't.
Sean. I
AT.
think this could be right.
Dig into my brain
Thinking
banks.
receiver. I'm thinking. Yeah, I got one. I want a full send.
Give me a sec. Yeah, we'll do this just for fun.
About this.
Just for fun.
What do you got?
You go first. I write it down.
No, you go first.
No.
Yeah, you gotta go first.
Oklahoma.
I said Tulane.
Those are both good guesses. It was Wake Forest.
No chance.
It was Wake Forest. Yeah, he had
That's
two
like
back-to-back 1,100 yard, 15 touchdowns. Very good seasons at Wake Forest.
Stay even this week. That's all right.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? That'll do. That will do.
That'll do.
That brings us to 40 to 35.
I was expecting.
I really needed you to miss that first one. I really appreciate that. You're the man. You are the man.
Oh dear.
Thank you.
That's really.
Ben, here you have a hot take for this week.
Yeah, I was given a hot take. As I was walking out the door, I was like, jokingly said, "Hey, Dad, you got a hot take for us?" He's like,
This is from Brendan Null?
This is from Brendan Null.
Wow!
Yeah. I don't even know if he listened to these.
Why
Maybe he does. I don't know. He's not much of a podcast guy, unless he's listened to his brother.
Well, Brendan, what do you got for us?
Brendan says, there is a very good possibility that the Tampa Bay Rays do not make the playoffs this year. Tampa Bay Rays are currently one of the best teams in the league.
They are
but
the best in the league.
If there's something that the Rays would do, it'd be to miss the playoffs. What do you think about that?
The 2-minute
opinion?
warning will start in 3, 2, 1, go. This is ludicrous. The Tampa Bay Rays are making the playoffs. There's no question about it. First off, they're one of the best teams in baseball.
There's a lot of games to play.
They are playing. They play a style of play that's very, very attainable. Like they play like small ball. They don't have to hit bombs. When you have to hit bombs, those are teams that can like have lulls. I don't think they are. Biggest reason of all, the AL sucks. The AL is terrible. By far, the second best team in the American League is in their division. Like they are going at the very, very worst. They're gonna have a wild card because everybody in the AL is terrible. The only other division leader that's starting to be decent is Cleveland. Other than that, there is no like team that is second in a division that's anywhere close.
The Yankees
to the
are really
Rays.
close.
Well, the Yankees are within the same division.
Right. So if
So
the
I'm saying-
Yankees can win that division,
But then the wild card team, there's nobody else. There's no other wild cards that's even close to the Rays right now. That's ludicrous. The Rays are making the playoffs. It's one of those things. I know there's a lot of games to go, but I think it was last year the Braves had an 0-7 start and they never recovered from that. Or it was bad. Some horrible side never recovered. It's opposite. With the Rays.
Yeah, I feel like this year's a little weird. Otherwise, I'd say for sure. If the Rays go 500 from here on out, which is very, very possible, they'll have 88 wins. That should be good enough, which is why I think they'll make it. But to them going 500 the rest of the season is very, very possible. And in fact, I could see them going less than 500 the rest of the season because their schedule gets better and because the hype of the first part of the year. Be careful with that, Andrew, because when there's a lot of teams clumped up and they all start winning at the same time when they start playing the same opponents, then more teams can be around that 500 spot, and if the Rays are there,
well, that's what I was saying. I could kind of like the Rays would definitely do that, and if they lose that AL East title, then they have to fight with these other teams that are really close to 500.
The other team that's at the top of that in the wild card right now is the White Sox at 27-26.
You never know. You gotta change that line.
Is the 2-minute warning. Thank you so much, Brendan, for giving us that one. Ludicrous. Rays in the playoffs, but hey, I guess you never know.
Hey, we love some Rays support around here.
Love that,
Thanks,
Andrew.
I'm a Rays fan, but I think it's pretty much a shame they're gonna be
Hot take: Rays versus Cardinals World Series.
We'll be there.
not gonna happen.
Man can dream.
Guys, we really appreciate all of you. It's almost been a year. It's crazy.
Giveaway
Please
next
tune in
week.
next week for our giveaway.
Be there.
Tune in
Tell your
next
friends.
week. Tell your friends to tune in next week. Just saying, if you tune in,
If you give
have a
us
better chance
proof that your friends watched it, we'll give you a couple more entries.
Yeah. We'll see what it is.
Yep.
Guys, thank you so much for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.
Go Rays.
Peace. Go Cards.